and even if they're able to put together a 100-yard rusher, I don't see that being enough against this offense rested in Lambeau.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think this could be an opportunity, I think, to get our offense clicking a little bit better. I mean, they played well against the Vikings, although slow start, and they played pretty well against the Rams, although stalled in the red zone a couple times, like we has been an issue this year. But against this defense, I think it's a good opportunity to try and just put the pedal to the metal. Don't take your foot off the gas. Just try to for lack of a better term, I think try to dominate the Bears in all facets on the offensive side and just, try to get some momentum going forward.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Not just get a win, but get a good win. And by good win, I mean, game comfortably in hand, no, fourth quarter drives that are, at least putting the game in question from the Bears is what I would like to see. I think the most important factor for me offensively is, I'm going to say it again, just let's have a really solid first drive or two. To your point, when we get to playoff time, when we get to the end of the season, when we're really jockeying for that last, that number one seed in the NFC, we can't waste drives, right? So I would love to see us move the ball, long drive, boring but long, and end it with at least 3 points, right? Before I used to be upset if we couldn't end that first drive with a touchdown. At this point, I'd just be happy if we don't end up punting, right? I want to get some kind of momentum up there where offensively at least looks like we're clicking, and then later in the half, early in the second half, that's when we can start taking our shots, because this team beats us if, like I said, the X factor happens with Justin Fields, or if we beat ourselves, right? We can't see the amount of penalties that we had against the Vikings. We can't see, and not that anyone has seen this, this year from us, yet, knock on wood. Let's just not beat ourselves with turnovers and offensive holds and pass interference, stuff like that, right? Let's keep a clean game, moving the ball down the field. Let's just see some ball control, and let's see Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon go ham.
Yeah, for sure. And, to kind of switch gears a little bit, Aaron, I don't know if you heard this interview on Pat McAfee this week, but Aaron Rodgers was talking about, the mentality of deep shots during a game, the course of a game. And he's like, Matt and I try to go, have 4 shots a game. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. That probably sounds about right. Now, this year they've probably, at best hit on 50% of those, but this could be a game where, they take 4 or 5 deep shots, they convert 3 of them, let's say, and then 2 of those for touchdowns. So I think it is going to be a good opportunity to see, MVS and, maybe, Devontae Adams or maybe Aaron Jones on kind of a, an out and see what he can do. But, yeah, I'm excited to see if we can stretch their defense with the passing game this week and get a little bit higher percentage of those deep shots getting completed.
Yep. I obviously they have a theory behind everything and they have a strategy behind everything, but again, just getting that chemistry going, especially since he's not practicing this week. It seems like, again, that first drive just might not be the drive to take one of those 4 shots, but hey, I'm the one jumping up and down going yes, yes, yes when when it does happen. So maybe I can shut my mouth and on that point. But I don't know what you just said that made me think of this, but we're playing a defensive front that historically has kind of gotten to Aaron, and Aaron has actually been injured in a number of Bears games. Beyond taking your shots and beyond, really punishing the Bears and making sure that Aaron Rodgers does still own the Chicago Bears, keeping him safe, right? I don't want to see any shots against, at Aaron. So releasing the ball quickly, of course, and then, Aaron, if you see someone coming, let's just, go down, take the sack or get the ball out of your hand, throw it away. Because, I mean, that is just something that is almost season ending at this point, right? Any kind of additional injury beyond the toe that he has, is probably our number one concern at this point, because, believe it or not, even though I'm always thinking about the number 1 seed, with a Packers win and a Vikings tie or loss, we clinched a division spot this week. which is amazing. It's pretty early in the season. I think that's just a testament to how bad our division is this year. But hey, we're a win away from the playoffs potentially, or a win and a half away from winning the playoffs. So let's just keep everyone safe and injury free as best as possible.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you want to get out of this game with a win, but I think and clinch a playoff spot. But I think at this time of the year, I mean, we're vying for playoff seeding, but we want to make sure everybody's healthy. So, I'd love to be a game where we can get it well in hand in the middle third quarter, and then maybe start resting some guys a little bit. I'd love it to be like 30-6 after 3 quarters, and get Ben Kurt some reps, and maybe rest some guys.
Yeah. Let's have it be a snoozer for NBC on Sunday Night Football, so everyone has to change it to something else. I'd love that. Defensively, before we wrap up, defensively, is there anything key that you're looking for beyond the injuries? Trying to keep everyone
Mm-hmm.
healthy. Is there any one player, any one group, anything that you're really looking for this week against the Bears?
I think our defensive front's going to be really important in this game, because I mean, like I said, the Bears' strength is running the football offensively, and Justin Fields' strength is being elusive as well. So I think if we're able to get pressure with 4 and contain Fields or Dalton, whoever ends up starting, and get pressure there, and then stop the run, load the box, or I should say stop the run without loading the box, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Yep.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, honestly, I'm kind of looking for style points here, right? I want the traditional, box checked. I would love to see a turnover or 2. I would love to see us get to Justin, because I think it's going to be a good warm-up game to what we might see against Baltimore. Baltimore is kind of faltering a little bit here, but kind of same kind of style of a quarterback, except for Lamar Jackson can throw the ball very, very well, and he's proving that this year. But yeah, kind of similar, just kind of keeping the quarterback under control. And then I would love to see a pick or 2, and then of course offensively, not turning the ball over. I see this game going very well for the Packers, and so does Vegas. The line actually opened up as the Packers being 12.5 point favorites. Now, since then, it has moved to about 11.5, but this is only the second time this season we've been double-digit favorites at any point during the season. So it's a little bit of a scary number, because those are the games that kind of go, this season in particular seem to be going the other way, where the underdog, the Jets has a win like that where they're a double-digit underdog. So, this is a game that we should have in hand. Everyone kind of sees us having in hand, but it's a divisional game, and it's the Bears, and they did not forget that Aaron Rodgers still owns them, and I can see them playing with a little extra passion here this week. But I still do have the Packers winning, like I said, so I see the Packers winning. I see us putting up. It's going to be nicer on Sunday, I believe. I think we're getting a warm-up here, so it's not going to be the -1 that we've had all week here in the cities or Green Bay. I see the Packers putting up 32 points, and I don't see the Bears getting more than 14, so I'm going to say 32-13 Green Bay Packers. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, similar. I think the Packers are going to have a big day on offense. I have the Bears scoring, a few more points, and I'm going to attribute that to garbage time. So I had Packers winning 37-20.
Love it. I love it. Anything else that you wanted to get off your chest today before this border battle begins?
No, I just thanks again everyone for listening. We appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast service. Follow us on Twitter, G&G Boys, with a Z. And, Charles, as always, go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. The Bears still suck. Go Pack, go.